Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So LSU's offense will get first crack at it here. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Glagway. Makes the grab. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. On target. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, there'll be a...
Turns on the Jets! And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Glagway. Dumps it to the back. Into the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Finds a man by himself. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline by this defense.
Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Jukes his way for more. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Kentucky will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
To the air, it's Lagway. Gets it out quickly. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Quarterback keeper. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things.
Gonna take a shot. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Tiger. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Takes the easy completion. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Washington. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before. You do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence, to know when the snap is coming out, and you know it's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Touchdown, Tigers! Special teams proving to be special. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to pass, it's Ward. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Wildcats have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Opening play of the drive from the 39. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
There he goes. Touchdown, LSU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Rides to back and leaves it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, taking advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. It's a fumble on the play. Defense trying to take it back. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he did everything right except hold on to the football. That was incredible running, making people miss. It looked like it was going to be a nice play, but he coughed it up, and the defense jumps on it. That is so dejecting for that running back.
The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The play-action fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Fighting off the defender. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Runs through a tackle.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Here's the pressure. Fakes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can get...
Breaks into the open. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's got an open man. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open. Because
it's picked off, and another empty drive. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers!
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Arkansas is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Darren McFadden out there, this group is fighting. They're up by a field goal over Stanford. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
To the air, it's Ward. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. One final play before the end of the quarter. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. looking to fire. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Berry. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Got his man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Inside the 25. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes a man miss. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Creates a little room. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Now they're going to throw it. The sure hands, it's Patterson.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Motion from the wide receiver. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Patterson. Nice move there. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team. You're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle, and just they need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end.